This video did not exist in your timeline until you directed your specific attention toward it. You pulled it from the infinite void of possibilities and made it real simply by observing it. Today, we are going to explore the ultimate mystery of the observer effect, the unseen quantum field, and why that sudden flash of insight in your mind is actually a metaphysical earthquake. I promise you, by the end of this transmission, you will no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstance, but you will fully understand your true, undeniable power as the architect and creator of your reality. Tell me, have you ever felt that a sudden realization completely shifted the trajectory of your entire life in a matter of seconds? To truly grasp the magnitude of what you are capable of, we must first establish the metaphysical context of the universe you inhabit. You do not live in a solid, rigid world of permanent objects. You exist inside a vibrating ocean of infinite potential known as the quantum field. In this magnificent space, every possible past, every conceivable present, and every unimaginable future exists simultaneously as an invisible wave of probability. They are ghostly potentials waiting in the dark. But there is a secret key that turns these ghostly waves into solid matter, and that key is observation. Observation is not a passive act of simply looking at things with your physical eyes. It is the active, dynamic laser beam of your consciousness. When you focus your awareness, you force the infinite universe to make a choice, collapsing limitless possibilities into one single, undeniable experience. But what if I told you that your mind is not a mere receiver of information, but a mighty projector of reality? Every single day, you walk through an invisible maze of infinite possibilities. Most people believe that their thoughts are simply silent, powerless echoes bouncing around inside their physical brain. They think that an idea is just a fleeting shadow of no consequence. But this is the grand illusion of the linear mind. In truth, your consciousness is the very fabric that weaves the cosmos together. When you are stuck in a repetitive loop of mundane thinking, you are keeping a specific, stagnant timeline locked into place. You are blindly regenerating the exact same reality, day after day, because your observational frequency has not changed. But the moment an entirely new concept strikes you, the moment you experience that sudden, electrifying flash of insight, you are no longer merely thinking. You are actively altering the holographic blueprint of your life. That sudden realization is not a psychological event. It is a profound metaphysical intervention. You have just reached into the dark, formless void of the quantum field and dragged a completely unseen reality into the light of your present moment. You must begin to understand that your intellect is a multidimensional tool. Let us examine the exact nature of the aha moment. We have all experienced it. It is that sudden, inexplicable click in your awareness. You are taking a shower, walking in nature, or simply staring out the window, and suddenly, a massive block of pure knowing drops into your mind. Society tells you this is just your subconscious processing data. But from a metaphysical standpoint, this is a dramatic, violent collapse of a previously unseen timeline. In that split second of total clarity, you did not just learn something new. You literally shifted your vantage point in the multiverse. You aligned your internal frequency with a version of reality where the solution, the idea, or the truth already existed perfectly. That aha moment is the bridge connecting who you were a second ago to who you are destined to become. It is the universe knocking on the door of your mind, asking you to step into a wider, more expansive dimension of existence. The feeling of absolute certainty that accompanies this insight is the signature vibration of a higher timeline anchoring itself into your physical vessel. Before this revelation hits you, you are surrounded by what quantum physicists might call a wave of infinite probability. Imagine a dense, swirling fog of everything that could possibly happen to you. In this fog, there is a version of you who remains confused, a version who fails, a version who succeeds, and a version who suddenly understands the mysteries of the cosmos. As long as you remain in a state of habitual, low-frequency observation, all of these realities remain suspended. They are just ghosts whispering in the background of your life. But the sheer force of your intention, combined with your desire for clarity, acts as a powerful magnetic pull. You begin to draw a specific wave toward you. The fog begins to swirl faster and faster around your energy field. The aha moment is the exact millisecond when the fog instantly crystallizes into a diamond of absolute truth. The wave function has been shattered. The probability is no longer a probability. It has become your undeniable, lived experience. You have forced the universe to show its hand. The act of conscious observation is the most sacred and powerful ability you possess. Observation is like casting a massive energetic net into the cosmic ocean. When you look at your life with true presence, without the filters of your past traumas or future anxieties, you become a pure conduit for creation. This is why the great masters always emphasized the power of being completely in the present moment. When you are fully present, your observation is pure. It is not contaminated by fear or doubt. And it is in this state of pure observation that the most profound insights strike you. You see, the quantum field is highly responsive to the quality of your attention. If your attention is scattered, the reality you collapse will be chaotic and unpredictable. But when you gather your focus into a single, piercing point of curiosity, you command the field to deliver a precise answer. The aha moment is the universe responding to the flawless quality of your focused observation. You asked a question with your soul, and the cosmos answered by restructuring your reality. Let us translate the cold scientific term of collapsing the wave function into a vibrant, spiritual reality. When scientists observe an electron, it stops acting like a wave of endless potential and becomes a fixed particle in space. Now apply this to your own life. Your destiny is a wave function. Your future relationships, your wealth, your spiritual growth, they are all hovering around you as pure, unformed energy. When you experience that sudden flash of profound understanding, you are acting as the ultimate observer of your own destiny. You are commanding the formless energy of the universe to take shape. The sudden crystallization of an idea in your mind is literal proof that the universe is solidifying around you. The invisible gears of creation are clicking into place to match your new level of understanding. You are no longer navigating the world blindly. You are collapsing waves into particles, dreams into matter, and theories into living, breathing reality. You are the quantum architect doing the holy work of creation. Pay very close attention to the physical sensations that wash over your body during these moments of profound realization. You might feel sudden goosebumps traveling down your arms. You might experience a rush of chills up your spine or a feeling of expansive lightness in your chest. Do not dismiss these bodily reactions as random nervous system misfires. This is the biological feedback of a timeline collapse. Your physical body is a highly advanced biological antenna designed to process cosmic frequencies. When you pull a new, higher timeline into your present reality, the sheer voltage of that new frequency surges through your nervous system. Your DNA is literally vibrating at a different rate, adjusting to the new paradigm you just created. The goosebumps are the friction between your old, dense reality and the new, expansive truth entering your field. You are feeling the physical manifestation of quantum mechanics in your own flesh and blood. Your body is confirming that the reality you just observed has successfully anchored into the physical plane. Have you ever experienced a powerful wave of déjà vu right after a profound realization? Mainstream science will try to convince you that this is simply a minor glitch in your brain's memory processing center. But from the perspective of quantum mysticism, déjà vu is something far more spectacular. It is a quantum echo. It is a synchronization marker embedded in the fabric of space and time. When you experience that aha moment and shift into a higher timeline, you occasionally brush up against the energetic memory of the path you were always meant to take. Déjà vu is the sensation of your current consciousness merging perfectly with the consciousness of your higher self, who has already lived this moment. It is the universe giving you a glowing, undeniable signpost that says you are exactly where you are supposed to be. You have successfully navigated the infinite probability waves and landed perfectly on the timeline of your highest good. Embrace the feeling of déjà vu. It is the applause of the cosmos. We must also understand the critical role of emotional resonance in this process. If your thoughts are the electrical spark that initiates the collapse, your emotions are the magnetic glue that holds the new reality together. An aha moment without emotion is just a passing thought. But an aha moment accompanied by a deep feeling of relief, joy, awe, or liberation is a permanent quantum lock. The universe does not speak the language of English, Spanish, or Russian. The universe speaks the universal language of frequency and emotion. When you feel the absolute thrill of a new realization, you are sending a massive shockwave through the quantum field. This emotional charge tells the fabric of reality that this is the timeline you choose to inhabit. It binds the new probability wave to your physical experience. Therefore, you must learn to cultivate and amplify the positive emotions that follow a breakthrough. By bathing in the feeling of sudden clarity, you make your new reality utterly indestructible. Right now, at this very second, you are surrounded by entirely unseen realities. There is a parallel version of you living adjacent to your current space, who is wildly successful, deeply peaceful, and fully awakened. These alternate lives are not happening in some distant, unreachable galaxy. They are superimposed right on top of you, separated only by a paper-thin veil of frequency. The only reason you cannot see them is because your current observational state is tuned to a different channel. But when that aha moment strikes like lightning, the channel changes abruptly. The veil tears open. For a fraction of a second, you look through the illusion of time and space and see the blueprint of a better reality. This insight allows you to jump the tracks. You leave the old narrative behind and merge with the consciousness of that adjacent, elevated version of yourself. The profound realization you just had was actually a memory bleeding over from a future where you have already won. With the birth of a new reality comes the inevitable death of the old timeline. This is a crucial aspect of quantum jumping that many fail to recognize. When you have a massive epiphany, the previous version of you, and the entire timeline associated with that version, instantly dissolves into the void. It becomes obsolete. You cannot unsee the truth once it has been revealed to you. You cannot force yourself to fit back into the small, restricted reality you inhabited just moments before. This death of the old self can sometimes feel disorienting. You might suddenly lose interest in old friends, old habits, or old ambitions. Do not mourn the loss of these things. They belong to a frequency you no longer possess. The collapse of the old timeline is the necessary clearing of the stage so that your new, magnificent reality can be fully constructed. Embrace the destruction of your past limitations, for it is the ultimate proof that your aha moment was a genuine, structural shift in the universe. As you navigate this newly collapsed timeline, you will begin to notice the phenomenon of synchronicity. The great psychologist Carl Jung introduced this concept, but through the lens of quantum mechanics, synchronicity takes on a whole new level of meaning. Synchronicity is the direct, undeniable feedback from the quantum field. It is the universe winking at you. After a profound realization, you will start seeing repeating number sequences like 1111 or 333. You will bump into exactly the right person at exactly the right time. You will think of a book, and someone will hand it to you the very next day. These are not coincidences. Coincidence is a word invented by those who are blind to the mechanics of reality. These events are the geometric ripples of the timeline you just collapsed. The field is rearranging its external components to match your new internal state. Every synchronicity is a physical receipt confirming that your quantum transaction was successful. Yet there is a profound danger that haunts many seekers on this path. It is the danger of brushing off these miraculous epiphanies as merely a product of an overactive imagination. When you experience the lightning strike of an aha moment, your rational, ego-driven mind will immediately rush in to tear it down. The ego is terrified of the unknown, and it thrives on the predictable safety of your old timeline. It will tell you that you are being foolish, that reality is hard and unforgiving, and that magic does not exist. If you listen to this voice of doubt, if you allow society's heavy, dense conditioning to override your sudden clarity, you will literally reverse the quantum collapse. You will drag yourself back into the stagnant waters of your previous existence out of pure fear. You must be violently protective of your insights. Guard them fiercely against the skepticism of others and the doubts of your own lower mind. Do not let anyone pull you out of the miraculous timeline you just birthed. Learning to trust the sudden download of information is the master key to continuous evolution. Intuition is not a mystical fairy tale, it is high-speed quantum data transfer. When you get that gut feeling, that sudden urge to take a different route home, or that unexpected inspiration to start a new project, treat it with the utmost reverence. Treat it as a direct, urgent message from your higher self, who is currently stationed in a much more advanced timeline. Your higher self can see the entire maze of your life from above, and it is dropping breadcrumbs of insight to guide you out of the labyrinth. When you act on these sudden realizations without hesitation, you prove to the universe that you are a willing participant in the game of creation. You build a bridge of trust between your physical avatar and your multidimensional soul. The more you trust the aha moment, the more frequently the quantum field will reward you with even greater revelations. This understanding completely destroys the common trap found in modern manifestation teachings. Many people spend hours visualizing what they want from a state of intense lack. They beg the universe for money, love, or health. But wanting something inherently implies that you do not have it. This frequency of not having is the exact reality you continue to collapse. The aha moment bypasses this trap entirely. In the moment of pure insight, you are not wanting. You are realizing. You realize that the abundance is already yours. You realize that the healing is already done. You realize that the love is already present within you. This realization instantly changes your observational status from a beggar to an owner. You are no longer trying to attract something from a distance. You are simply collapsing the wave function of the reality where it already exists. The secret to effortless manifestation is seeking the internal realization, the aha moment, rather than the external object. You must also be prepared to overcome the delay in the three-dimensional world. This is where many creators lose their faith. When you have a profound insight and collapse a new timeline, the energetic shift is instantaneous. At the quantum level, it is done. However, physical reality is dense. The matter around you is heavy and slow. It takes time for the dense particles of your physical environment to rearrange themselves to match the new holographic blueprint you just established. You might have the realization today, but the physical manifestation might not appear for weeks or months. During this buffer of time, you must hold the vision with unshakable conviction. Do not look at your current circumstances and declare that the process failed. The current circumstances are just the fading echoes of the timeline you already left behind. Keep your internal frequency locked onto the aha, I'm armed moment and watch as the physical world inevitably bends to your unwavering will. To truly embody this truth, you must radically reframe your entire sense of identity. You are not a fragile human being trapped inside a giant, uncaring universe. You are not a victim of random events. You are a biological aperture, a conscious portal through which the infinite quantum void experiences limitation and form. The universe created you so that it could observe itself from a unique, specific vantage point. Your thoughts are the universe's thoughts. Your sudden epiphanies are the universe expanding its own self-awareness. When you finally accept this colossal responsibility, fear begins to evaporate. You realize that there is nothing outside of you to fight against. Every obstacle is just an unresolved wave of probability waiting for you to shine the light of conscious observation upon it. You are the eye of the storm. You are the center of the mandala. You are the living, breathing creator wrapped in human skin. Knowing this, how do you deliberately invite more of these timeline-collapsing moments into your life? You cannot force an epiphany, but you can create the perfect environment for it to land. You must create space. The quantum field cannot deliver a new reality into a mind that is constantly crammed with trivial noise, endless scrolling, and petty anxieties. You must learn to sit in the silence. Step into the void of the unknown willingly. Take long walks without your phone. Meditate not to achieve a specific outcome, but simply to observe the blank screen of your awareness. It is in this spaciousness, this deep internal quiet, that the field can finally communicate with you. By silencing the relentless chatter of your lower mind, you turn up the volume of your higher self. You become a lightning rod for divine inspiration. Prepare the temple of your mind, and the aha moments will begin to strike with glorious, life-altering frequency. Never underestimate the profound ripple effect your personal awakenings have on the collective human consciousness. We are not isolated islands of awareness. We are deeply connected through an invisible, morphogenetic field. When you do the inner work to clear your blockages, and you experience a massive aha moment that collapses a timeline of abundance and peace for yourself, you simultaneously alter the blueprint for the entire human race. You make it energetically easier for the next person to achieve that same realization. Your personal breakthrough is a victory for the collective. By choosing to elevate your frequency, by choosing to step out of the timeline of fear and limitation, you are acting as an energetic anchor for the new earth. Your awakening heals the whole. You are doing the silent, invisible work of shifting the planetary consciousness simply by mastering the quantum mechanics of your own mind. This is the ultimate secret that the ancient mystics, sages, and shamans have guarded for millennia. They did not have the vocabulary of quantum mechanics, wave functions, or parallel timelines, but they knew the exact same truth through direct, experiential wisdom. They called this sudden collapse of a higher reality enlightenment, satori, or gnosis. They understood that the ultimate goal of human existence is to reach a state of permanent realization. To have an aha moment so powerful, so absolute, that it shatters the illusion of separation forever. This is the ultimate timeline collapse. It is the moment you stop shifting between different personal narratives and instead merge entirely with the eternal, unchanging source of all creation. The path you are walking, every little insight you gain, is preparing your nervous system for this ultimate, magnificent revelation. You are walking in the footsteps of the masters. The time for playing small is over. You can no longer pretend that your thoughts do not matter. You can no longer hide behind the excuse that you are powerless against the currents of the world. Every time you have an aha moment, the universe is handing you the steering wheel of your destiny. It is begging you to take control. Will you accept the invitation? Will you step fully into your ultimate power and begin to deliberately collapse the realities you truly desire? Focus your attention. Elevate your emotions. Trust your insights with absolute, fierce conviction. The quantum field is waiting for your command. It is totally neutral. It has no preference for whether you choose a life of suffering or a life of unimaginable miracles. It will simply mirror exactly what you observe. Choose to observe your greatness. Choose to observe your freedom. Be the conscious creator you were always destined to be, and watch the universe bend to your will. The ultimate truth is simply this: you are not existing inside of reality. You are reality observing itself into existence. Every sudden insight, every spark of deep understanding is the cosmos reshaping itself to fit your expanding consciousness. You hold the ultimate power. You are the creator, the observer, and the collapsed wave, all in one. Thank you for tuning your frequency to this transmission today. If this message resonated deep within your soul, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button to anchor this energy. I want you to solidify this timeline collapse right now by writing this exact phrase in the comments: "I am the observer creating my reality." By declaring this, you signal to the quantum field that you are awake. I leave you with this question to ponder. What signs, repeating numbers, or strange synchronicities have you noticed in your life recently that prove your new reality is already here?